Hello everybody and welcome back to the Japanese inspired picnic bench series. We've got a lot of catching up to do, let's get going. So we left the last episode on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but we've got a final design here. Now obviously when I draw these plans for a new project, I like to go through them first to ensure that it's actually possible to make before making them available to you guys. So let me know if you are interested and I'll be sure to get these all updated so they actually make sense. So I know a lot of you will ask how I got all these drawings on a piece of paper in this orthographic view, and that's something I'll cover in a separate series because it is a big old topic to cover and I just kind of want to get stuck in with this project. Now, because this is quite a curvy design, it's very difficult to get linear measurements from it, thus makes it difficult to actually make in the first place. And so the easiest way to lay out these components is by creating templates. So I have made a bunch of templates printed onto A4 paper in 1:1 scale, and it's got some crosshairs here for me to line up each sheet to ensure it ends up aligned and at the correct dimensions. The difficulty here is actually getting those crosshairs lined up because this paper isn't very transparent. And so what you need to do in situations like this is create a light box of some kind. So see-through material propped up onto things, get a flashlight on your phone, chuck that underneath and then lay the paper on top like so, and you can easily see the crosshairs lining up with one another. And then we just got to get to work taping them all up. Alright, so we got a bunch of templates made. It's unbelievable how big this bench is actually going to be now that I've got this laid out. So the next job is to attach the templates to a piece of plywood, which would be great if I had some spray adhesive in here, which I don't. So quick trip to Screwfix and I will see you in a bizzle. So just got to Screwfix and then realised that because of social distancing, damn it! Because of social distancing, they are doing click and collect only. So I have put in a click and collect in their car park. I'm going to go get lunch and then I'm going to go and collect my click and collect from their shop and then go back to the workshop. Damn it! Yeah, great idea, Matt. Go to the biggest Sainsbury's you can find and then be surprised when you find out there's a queue of like 50 people outside. Brilliant. Blimmin' nightmare. I just want a sandwich or some pickled onion monster munch. Either or would be great right now. Right, so all the templates are stuck down to a plywood substrate and it's now time to start cutting them out. And this is going to be a mixture of techniques in which I do this. I'm going to be doing it with spoke shaves, with the bandsaw, with the bobbin sander, with the normal sander, and possibly even a track saw. There's no real plan for this. I've just got lots of machines and equipment in here that are very good at cutting certain shapes, so we're just going to rely on that. Snapped? Yeah. To be fair, I have abused this bandsaw blade quite a lot. Right, so the templates are all cut and shaped. Let's have a quick look at them. So as you can see, we've only got half the table here. This is essentially one of each component, because that one's obviously going to be used over this side and this one's going to be used that way. There's no point making more than one template because that wouldn't necessarily make it a template. The nice thing about this is that I can use that for all 4 components, both 2 on this side and 2 on the other. I can use that for all 4, I can use that for 2. This one needs to be used 4 or 5 times, I think. It's just nice having one of each. One thing I may regret with these templates is the fact that I didn't mark out where the joinery was due to be located. Like when I lay this component up to it, I don't know whereabouts on here it needs to be. I've got like measurements on the plans, but like I said at the start of the video, it's difficult to dimension off curvy things like this, which is why we're using templates in the first place. So I should have definitely marked out the joinery locations. We'll see if it's a problem later in the series. We don't know. We'll find out in the next episode, I guess. Now, we want to make this series as engaging as possible, and we want as many comments flooding in as possible to help steer the direction of the project. We're editing these videos at the moment on the go. So Rob's currently up there getting this one live, and it will be ready to be posted later tonight. So we will be able to see your comments before we come in and film tomorrow's video, thus keeping you up to date as much as possible. Now, there's a few comments we want to highlight from the last video, the top one being from Mr. Landelas, who commented, how long do you think it would take people to notice the drawing on the blackboard behind us? Well, we didn't notice when we were filming. The first time we noticed was when we were editing. So yeah, that was a fun one. I'm seeing quite a few people here comment on the tool album that appeared in the intro of the video. It is a cracking one, isn't it? I really enjoy that album. And of course, a special shout out to Brian Sanford, who noticed my face on this sander in the background of a random shot in the last video. This is something that Rob likes to do to annoy me from time to time, and apparently he's doing it in every single video. And it tends to be that you guys notice it before I do. So well done, Brian, for spotting that. Rob was over the moon that you did manage to find it. Well done. And finally, Reese Williams said, it won't be a proper Matt Estlea project unless you include a dovetail or 2. Don't worry, Reese, we got your back. So we'll be doing regular shout outs like this throughout the series for the best comments, the funniest comments, etc, etc. And if you don't know what to comment and you need a little bit of inspiration, you can get involved with steering the direction of the project instead. Here's the first one that I need a little bit of help with. I don't know what to make this picnic bench from, and before you say wood, yeah, obviously, there's 2 choices that I'm stuck between. The option is either cedar or oak, both relatively similar in colour, both have a very good durability about them, but I don't know which one to go for. Just to talk you through the differences, this one's a little bit more expensive, this one is a little bit softer, should we say, like it's more susceptible to denting, but I haven't actually made a project from cedar before, and I've worked with oak a few times. Because realistically, I think if I was to pitch this decision any other time, most people would just go for oak because, let's be fair, it's like the standard for everything. Everyone knows oak, everyone likes oak. Why wouldn't you choose that? But something's really pulling me towards cedar, and no, it's not just how cheap it is in comparison to oak. It's simply the fact I haven't used it before, and I'd like to test out how much I can stink out the workshop by machining this stuff as well. So I don't know. I'm sort of torn both ways with it. So remember, make sure to get your comment in quickly, because we are literally going to the sawmill tomorrow morning and we'll be reading your comments on the way there to see what the final decision is. Oak or cedar, it's up to you. So we're going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to press the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.